Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has resigned in the wake of public outrage over the killing of 21 people in police clashes with anti-corruption protesters. His office said he had stepped down to pave the way for a constitutional solution to the massive youth-led protests over widespread allegations of corruption and sparked by a social media ban, which has since been withdrawn. The protests turned violent as thousands, many identifying themselves as Gen Z on placards and banners, took to the streets of Kathmandu on Monday. Almost 200 people are believed to have been injured in clashes with police, who used tear gas, water cannons, and live bullets as protesters scaled the walls of the parliament and other official buildings. The protests continued on Tuesday, with demonstrators setting fire to the headquarters of the Nepali Congress Party and the home of former Prime Minister Shurbahadur Duba. The homes of several other politicians have also been vandalized. Here's what we know about the protests. What was the social media ban? Social media is a big part of Nepali life. Indeed, the country has one of South Asia's highest user rates per capita. The demonstrations were triggered by the government's decision last week to ban 26 social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, for failing to meet a deadline to register. Critics accused the government of seeking to stifle an anti-corruption campaign with the ban, which was repealed on Monday night. While the ban was a catalyst for the current unrest, protesters are also channeling a more deep-rooted dissatisfaction with the country's authorities. What is happening across Nepal? The ensuing demonstrations turned violent in Kathmandu and some other cities in Nepal. On Monday, Nepal's Minister for Communication Prithvi Subha told the BBC police had to use force, which included water cannons, batons, and firing rubber bullets. Some protesters managed to breach the perimeter of the parliament building in Kathmandu, prompting police to impose a curfew around key government buildings and tighten security. On Tuesday, the BBC received reports of vandalism and arson against the homes of several high-ranking politicians. Videos posted on social media showed damage to the home of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli in Balakot, Bhaktapur, who resigned on Tuesday. Protesters were also reported to have targeted the residences of the Nepali Congress President and former Prime Minister Shurbahadur Duba in Budnokantha. At least 2 people were reported to have been killed on Tuesday, bringing the total to 21 since the unrest began. Many of the injured have been taken to local hospitals where crowds have gathered. BBC Nepali spoke to doctors who said they had treated gunshot wounds and injuries from rubber bullets. Police have said several officers were also wounded, with casualty figures expected to increase. Who is protesting? Roused on social media and led by the nation's young people, this protest is unlike any seen before in Nepal. The demonstrators identify as Gen Z, and the term has become a rallying symbol throughout the movement. Although there has been no central point of leadership, a number of youth collectives have emerged as a mobilizing force, issuing calls to action and sharing updates online. Students from colleges and universities across Nepal's major cities, Kathmandu, Pokhara, and Itahari, have been invited to join in uniform, books in hand, while videos circulating on social media show even school children participating in the marches. What are the protesters' demands in Kathmandu? The number of protesters has been growing. Many carry banners and chant slogans demanding change. Their 2 main demands have been clear: the government lifting the ban on social media, which has now happened, and officials putting an end to what they call corrupt practices. Protesters, many of them college students, have linked the social media blockade with curtailing freedom of speech and widespread allegations of corruption among politicians. We want to see an end to corruption in Nepal, Binu KC, a 19-year-old college student, told BBC Nepali. Leaders promise one thing during elections, but never deliver. They're the cause of so many problems. She added the social media ban had disrupted her education, limiting access to online classes and study resources. Subhana Buddhathoki, a content creator, echoed the frustration. Gen Z will not stop now. This protest is about more than just social media. It's about silencing our voices, and we won't let that happen. What is the Nepo Kids trend, and how is it related to these protests? A defining feature of the protest has been the widespread use of 2 slogans #hashtag Nepo Baby and # Nepo Kids. These 2 terms have gained popularity on social media in the past few weeks after a number of videos showing the lavish lifestyles of politicians and their families went viral in Nepal. Protesters argue these individuals enjoy success and luxury without merit, living off public money while ordinary Nepali struggle. Viral videos on TikTok and Instagram have contrasted the lavish lifestyles of political families, involving designer clothes, foreign travel, and luxury cars, with the harsh realities faced by young people, including unemployment and forced migration. The slogans have become symbolic of a deeper frustration with inequality, as protesters compare the lives of the elite with those of everyday citizens.